Welcome to the room, guys. It's your girl, Raquel May David. Thank you so much for coming in today. So let me go ahead and grab this here, put it over here on the meeting. As you guys are loading in, please go ahead and comment a 1 if you are brand new to credit repair. That includes the system and credit repair. Drop a 1. Drop a 2 in the chat if you have the platform. Drop a 3 in the chat if you have the platform and you have sent out letters. I am your hostess with the mostest. My name is Raquel May David. All right. I'm out here dipping and doing, and my goal is to help you become a beast in these credit streets by leveraging the Dispute Panda platform. As y'all know, when y'all come in, I like to make sure that y'all get gems, tips, all of the good stuff. So in the beginning, we kind of open the floor for the first 10 minutes. So if anyone has any questions, concerns, or comments, you guys are able to do that. If you are looking for support outside of the system, I will drop my mentorship link. It is $37 a month. You meet with me twice a month at minimum. We always have special guests and you get to watch all the replays. We are talking strategies, implementation, and so much more. So I will drop that link in the chat for you guys. If you guys are new, have questions and concerns, again, we have a full 10 minutes that we're waiting for people to come into the room. If there's no additional questions, we start promptly at 10 after 8. I see some new faces. Hey, Miss Taylor. Hey, is it Aisha Johnson? Welcome to the room. Y'all, this girly eyelash thing is not for me, okay? The lashes that Jesus gave me, I feel is more than enough, but they done told me I need to pop my eyes. So, so we are making it do what it do. So, hey guys, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and take the opportunity. You can come off of mute or you can type it in the chat. It is my pleasure to go ahead and help and support. Any questions, guys? Let's see.
Hi, I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Raquel May David, how are you today?
How you doing, Raquel? I'm
Wonderful.
Berlisha. I don't have any questions in particular. I am new to the Panda platform. I don't have like a lot on my credit, but just I can say that I've been intimidated on how to send the letters out. Am I correct, like selecting the right attack? So that's why I'm here tonight to kind of get some knowledge on that. Like I have something that is charged off. I did a settlement, but it's still showing on my credit. So I don't know like how to dispute that or what attack to use for that. So I don't have a specific question, but that's kind of sort of what I'm looking for on tonight's live.
Wonderful. So we do go through the software. I'm so glad you came. So first of all, kudos on you on not just trying, but actually doing with making sure that you're hitting your goals as it comes to your credit and your guideline, your vision of what good credit is, right? And getting all of these things off. So I want to say thank you so much for coming in. The platform and how the class normally works on Mondays and Wednesdays is I go through the full platform. So we cover the pricing for the software, we cover the training. I take you through the information that is readily available for you, which I like to call on demand. And then after we go through some of the key points, we dive in and I actually create a brand new free platform for you guys to leverage, and you will see me making it. You will also see me load a client in, and you will see me complete a round of attacks for the client, the test client that I load in. So you guys will actually be seeing everything from start to finish. I'm going to show you how the system, and this, to me, I feel like Dispute Panda is an amazing platform because for people who are brand new to credit or trying to fix their own credit and they're getting into the software, we're giving you the roadmap to success. So we're telling you what you need to send out, how you need to send it out. Like we're giving you all of the good gems. So on this call, you will leave knowing exactly what to do, what letters to send. And the letters are actually, when I take you guys through the training, you'll be able to see 12 months of disputes that are available. Again, that doesn't mean that your client has to stay with you for 12 months. It doesn't even mean that you have to stay 12 months. I am going to go through a snippet of my consultation. So you will hear the dance that needs to be done with credit repair. I am a firm believer that as we're going through the process, we do need to hold our clients accountable because the lack of knowledge is what keeps them in the same position. So you will hear a little bit of my consultation conversation as well. What else? So you will be able to see exactly which letters to select or that is gifted to you. I do show the old model as well as a new model. So you'll get to see both versions and make the decision that's best for you. I explain why that happened. And then we kind of dive in and we open the floor for questions. So as we go through, I'm going to teach you guys how you guys can make money off the system, off the free platform. I'm also going to show you how you're going to come out a little bit ahead. And the client that I'm going to be loading today, I'm going to add no money on the system and I'm going to be disputing their files. So I love to be able to show you guys those nuances that are in the system. Welcome to the room. I saw Tracy pulled up. Aisha, thank you, babes, for going ahead and commenting. I love it here. Are we able to get a copy of the recording? So the recording is on our YouTube channel. If you go to Dispute Panda on YouTube, you will be able to see my beautiful face plus Dominique Brown, who was the original trainer and the owner of the platform. You know, he did the first round, and now I'm your coach with the mostest. All right. So, but you can catch the replay. Majority of the replays are there. For those of you guys that are on the pro version of Dispute Panda, Thursday nights are more, for me, I make it more interactive in the sense that you guys come in and you're coming in with your questions. You're coming in with like us actually working on what questions you have within the system. So we don't start from the ground level of setting everything up. For the pro calls, we're actually diving in and answering questions about the pro system in real time. If we have enough time today, I will open the floor that if you guys want to see what the pro looks like. And sidebar, it looks the same. Okay, there's a couple of features that are extra, but I promise you it looks generally the same. Any other questions on the floor? Thanks for coming, Zoom user. I'm not quite sure who you are, but thank you for coming and asking your question. Hey, Tracy, is it Walid? Did I say it right? Let me know.
Yes.
Oh, lovely, lovely. That private school education did a little something, chat. Nah. I love that name. That's so beautiful. While you guys are loading in, remember, drop a 1 if you're brand new to credit repair, drop a 2 if you have the platform, drop a 3 if you have the platform and you have used it. It gives me the ability to know who's in the room, where you guys are at, and then if you got, and also it gives the room to know to give grace if we have newer people in the room, so that there's not a if people have a little bit more first timer questions, there's not a level of aggravation, right? I like to make sure that everyone is welcomed, as my friend would say. I want y'all to be welcomed. And in order to do that, I want to create a safe space for all of us to learn in the stages that we're in. Okay. So I got a lot of ones. Hey, ones, welcome to the room, my love. A. Again, for those of you guys that are piling in, it is your girl Raquel May David, and I am your host for Dispute Panda. The first 10 minutes is an open forum. So if you guys have questions, concerns, or comments, we can definitely dive in until we get started. I want to make sure that everyone has room to kind of come into the platform. I also dropped my mentorship link in the chat. So if anyone is in need of mentorship, the mentorship program is $37 a month. We meet a minimum of twice a month. You guys get on-demand recordings that have already been done with marketing experts, automation, and we go over the art of credit repair as well. So we talk different tactics, methods within that mentorship program. So I did go ahead and drop that link in here, so you guys have access. Let me go ahead and put this do not disturb on. Before we dive in, guys, does anyone have any questions, concerns, comments that you guys would like to ask before we get started?
Yes, I do. How you doing?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm talking to you from Cleveland, Ohio, and
Oh, Cleveland.
the best place to be. But and it's hot right now. 90. It was 95 today, but now it's 88. But uh,
Texas got to
um,
be. We was 99, and my son had the audacity to be on the football field in a sweatsuit. Okay, because he don't care about his
uh,
life.
Wow. And the comment first is I'm a military veteran
Oh, well,
and
thank you for your service, my love.
appreciate that because I ordered their book off of Amazon when I saw they was in the Navy like me. So I said I want to support my Navy brothers, shipmates, I should say.
Mhm.
But the question I have is, the second comment is I'm tired of getting scammed by these companies out here, and I knew you guys were legit
Mhm.
because I know they honorable because they Navy. And now the question is, how can you get uh, bankruptcy off the credit report? Because I had one come off, I still
Mhm.
have two on there.
Mhm.
So how can I get and also how do I get into the website to get into the website? I'm ready to get started like 2 weeks ago.
Which website are you talking about, my love?
The Panda website from his book.
Okay, so give me 2 seconds. Let me.
Sorry for getting on late.
No problem. So you have not, let me make sure I understand. Well, let's start from the beginning. First question that you had was about bankruptcy. So have you already sent off rounds or how did you, what were you doing previously?
I was at a previous company about 3 years ago. This young sister helped get one off the credit report, but the
Okay.
two others were stayed on there.
Okay.
And I kind of feel bad because she wasn't doing the process correctly, in my opinion. So I
Mhm.
stopped,
Okay.
and I haven't done anything since.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I will drop the software link in the chat since you don't have the software as of yet. Once you go there, you're able to sign up and you will have accessibility to the Dispute Panda software. And then of course you can come into the calls. And I'm going to walk you through signing up with the platform. So you'll see how to enroll, how to do it from start to finish. So that's number one. Number two, our 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 platform comes with training. So not only do you meet with me Monday and Wednesday, but we have a full training session. And in it, at the very top of the training section is the guide. So when I get into training, I will show you the guide. The flow that is in the system works whether you have bankruptcy, repo, child support, charge off, liens, repos, whatever, that particular flow works. I am going to take you through both flows because I do know that some of these calls we have older clients that come in. So we did have a different flow before. I'm going to tell the difference between the two flows. I want to be transparent that all of the flows work. What I always try to tell everyone is when you pick a flow, you are working that flow for at least 6 to 8 months. Okay. So it's not going to be something that you get in it and then because I've had people call and say, well, I sent the letter off this month. Okay, boo, congratulations. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and send the next one. Okay. Because it is a process and you are tussling with the credit reporting agencies. Now, I'm going to highlight the credit reporting agencies that are the big three. And then I'm going to go ahead and discuss the secondary agencies that are also prevalent that depending on what you have on your profile, you also want to focus on. And especially since you have bankruptcy, you definitely want to focus on these additional bureaus as well that we're going to be, or reporting agencies that we're going to be covering. But I dropped the link for you guys to have. Let me go ahead and put this
And
here.
now you said I don't mean to interrupt, but you said the link. Oh shoot! Are you talking under chat, correct?
In the chat, I dropped the link. Yes, sir.
Does it start off with HTTPS
Yep.
semi?
No, it's the next one that says Dispute Panda.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so scroll up. So the HTTPS CMI Bootcamp, that is the mentorship group. So if you guys want additional training outside, my mentorship group was created to work in tandem with Dispute Panda. So I normally am working with people that are either brand new to the credit repair space or are trying to learn additional methods to dispute. So we do meet 2 times a month at minimum. Most of the times we're meeting every other week. My third week of the month, I cater to my DIY clients. So I'm never available Tuesday and Thursday of the third week of the month. But the first, second, and fourth week, I'm normally in my group, and we normally meet Tuesdays and Saturdays because I know everyone's schedule is kind of different. So with that being said, any other questions? Hey, Treen Bean, I see you in the place. Hey, girl. Hi, Andre, Alvin. Is it Daniela? Let me know if I said that wrong. Welcome, Tracy. Hey, Nate. Hey, Keisha. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the group. So we are diving in. Again, if you guys have just rolled in, I know Trina is a 3. So for everyone else that is coming in, if you can drop a 1 if you are brand new to credit repair or brand new to the system, a 2 if you have the system, and a 3 if you have the system and you have sent letters. You just coming in here because you got questions. So I kind of know where everyone is. Please bear in mind, guys, we have some ones that are in the room. So if there are questions that you may have the answer to, I like partnership. So if you guys have the answer and they drop it in the chat, please go. If you guys have a question and you know the answer, you can definitely drop it in the chat because each one teach one. Okay. Andre says, do you know when the acknowledgements that your letters have been sent out via Sprint mail will be fixed or updated? I sent my first attack off myself over a week ago and no acknowledgement that any letters have been sent out yet. So from my understanding, the shift in the system, it's not sending out any acknowledgements. The turnaround time is at 4 days from when you did it. It will actually be mailed out. It will be mailed out within 72 hours of when you have it in there. It should be received 4 days from that day. So that means if you send out the letters by 12 p.m. PST on today, then the letters will go out today and it should be received within 4 days. If it's after 12 p.m. PST, West Coast time, right? Then the letters are not going out until the following business day, and then you're going to allow 4 days for it to go up. For it to be received. I do know that they're working on the coding with the system to be able to put those acknowledgements in, but as of right now, the adjustments have not been made or been announced. Once it is announced, I will make sure to bring it in the room to tell you guys, but that's where it's at now. My pleasure. Yeah, so it's so you have it goes out the next business day. So if you I'm messing up myself. If you go ahead and you send the letters out today at 12 p.m. West Coast time, letters go out same day. You have a 4-day window for it to then be received at the actual vendor, which is Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, LexisNexis, Clarity, all of the things. Okay, guys? So I definitely appreciate you asking that question. If it changed, I will also take this question to my back office. Let me copy it now so I don't forget. Okay, Lord. And I will go ahead and ask my back office as well. All right, I have a question. A few weeks ago, I was asked if I should remove all addresses from my report before sending out my attack, and I did that as advised, but I just got letters back saying that the addresses are connected to the old account, so they won't remove it. Any advice on how to move forward? So I look at, how can I explain this? I deal with these responses the same way that I deal with my kids asking for stuff over and over again. Okay. So what I want to tell you is personally, my strategy is, and this is kind of jumping ahead, but great question. So my strategy, and I've been doing credit repair on and off for about 20 years. My strategy is I do my announcement letter, which my announcement letter is, this is my one name, this is my one address, this is my one phone number. Everything else on my credit report needs to be taken off. So when a client comes to me on day one, the first round that goes out for them is that personal information letter with that information of all the accounts that need to be removed off of the file. That is the first thing that goes out for them. Then, and the reason that I do that, just to kind of give you guys an idea, the reason that I do that is because every state has different guidelines. Some states have a right to cancel within 3 days, some have 5 days, right? So every state is different. So for me, once a client has paid their enrollment fee, they've uploaded all their IDs. The first letter that goes out for me is that personal information letter that says this is my only information that's available on file, right? Once that letter goes out, I don't send another letter out until, which is the first dispute letter, until after my clients have a right to cancel has expired. So in my state, it's 3 days. However, I follow 5 days that I give my clients the ability to cancel and still get a partial refund for services that have not been completed, right? So I then turn around and send the dispute rounds out for my clients. And then every 45, well, 45, because I'm a 45-day company, every 45 days, I then go back and send that same personal information letters to any of the credit reporting agencies that have not removed my information or my addresses. Because remember, you're going to be sending this personal information out, and then you're going to be sending the disputes out. So the goal is to be working in tandem for me for that to happen. So that's how I normally do it. So to respond to your question, what I do is I still send out that letter again stating this is my only address. All previous addresses need to be removed because they are outdated. And the personal information letter that I send has the verbiage in it that says that you have to be compliant by law. So that would be the method that I would definitely use. If you want to use the personal information letter that's in the software, then I would say to print that letter every print out the letter for the credit reporting agency that it applies to. For instance, if you only have multiple addresses on Equifax or TransUnion, you go ahead and you send that out every 35 days when you're getting dispute. That's just something that I do. So you can definitely implement it, track it. I always tell everyone the things that I give you guys access to while you're here, make sure that you're also tracking it and seeing what the success or the turnaround is for you on your end. Go ahead. What questions do you have, my love? Is it Wembley? Yeah. How can I
Sorry
help?
about Wimberley. Sorry about that.
Wembley.
So I want to know how I'm ready to get started. How much is it to start? Because I read his book.
The platform is free. So we're going over Dispute Panda tonight, and the platform is completely free. We do have a paid version, and we're going to go over pricing as soon as we're done with the QAs. So if we have no more QAs, we're going to jump right in, and the first thing we're going to talk about is pricing.
And the reason why I asked every question is because I went to his website. I know I gotta upload what you got, like the social security card or something, or what is the driver's license or something to upload or something?
So yeah, you do have to upload supporting documentation to go out with your letters. You're correct.
Okay, I'll do that once I put it on my flash drive. I'm ready to get started because I read his book is awesome, and I said I got to get this. So I said I got, and one Navy got to another Navy got to. Yeah, I know he's the shit. So I'm ready to get started.
Awesome. So let's dive in. Any other questions besides what's in the chat? If you guys have any more questions. If not, as we're going through, y'all, definitely feel free to go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let me hold you close. All right, boom. We are starting and we are ready to go. Let's see if we're ready to go. All right, so you guys are going to be learning about the world's most effective and efficient AI-powered credit repair software. And one of the things that I love to cover that a lot of people don't know about, let me move this out the way, y'all, because it is causing damage. Okay, one of the things that I personally like to cover is money. So we always going to start with what? The money. As we go through, we're going to talk about gems, drip money, different ways that you can make sure that you are making money on the platform and you are helping people in the process. Because again, it has to be balanced, right? So the pricing of the package, we're going to talk about this software. Many softwares, you have to pay a monthly service overhead. This one is a pay as you go software. So guess what? You do not have to pay overhead for the initial platform. Now, what you do have to pay for is the $17 per month per party that you add. So if you have 7 clients or if you have 7 family members, if they are using Smart Credit, Identity IQ, or MyScore IQ, it is going to cost you $17 for each one of them every 35 days to go ahead and dispute their profile. However, on today, I'm going to show you guys how to do it for free, and we're going to walk through that together, okay? The system comes with its own flow, so you are gifted flows within the software. I'm going to show you guys the new flow. And for the seasoned vets that may have questions, I'm going to drop the vintage flow, because we're going to call it the vintage flow in the back, okay? Now, there are two versions of the software. The free version, I want you to think of it as your software that goes ahead and generates your letters. It stores your client's information. So you are able to go ahead and come into one specific place, have all the information that you need, which includes your client's login information to the credit monitoring software, their supporting documentation. The system generates the letters. You can either, if you guys want to give it to your clients and they send the letters off, you have the ability to do that. You can mail it off yourself, or you can have the system mail it out for you, okay? Free 99. The other software is the pro version. It is $1 for 14 days, and then it is $197 thereafter. Now, the pro version gives you a little bit more zhuzh. So think about the fact that if you want your clients to onboard themselves, meaning you want them to put their own passwords together, you want them to sign the contract on their own, you want to integrate your payment software, right? You want to see what the updates have gone from month to month, where you don't have to log into the credit monitoring site and see the information. You can go to the pro version and it will track the growth, what's been deleted, what's been updated, all of those things for your particular client, right? So you have that ability to do that for the $197 per month. Sidebar, if you do the trial period, you still get full access to the whole software. So it's not as if during the trial period there are things that we block off for you. No, honey, we want to give you everything, okay? So you literally have access to the full platform. You can also pay for the pro for the full year. You get 2 months for free, and of course you get it for less than, because it was supposed to be $297 and now it's only $197, okay? So let's go ahead and dive into the next part. So I'm not going to cover pro, calculators, or integration. I'm going to show you that once we get into the platform. I'm going to jump over to training. So for all of you guys that are brand new, that were the ones in the chat for me, what I want you to know is before you scroll down and watch Inked video, I need you to click on this free download. At the very top of the training guide, we're giving you the actual flow that you need to use. Now, I do know that on the paperwork, it says Dispute Panda Pro and Credit Dyno Attack. Credit Dyno is the credit monitoring software that was created for Dispute Panda. However, whether you are on the pro feature or you are on the standard, this guide will still, and this flow will still work for you. Now, what I want to point out is that because of the pro, the difference is you get to be more aggressive with your attacks. So when it comes to the free version, you are only sending letters to the big 3 credit reporting agencies, LexisNexis, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You are also able to send to the secondary agencies, which is LexisNexis, Innovis, LCI, ARS. So sidebar, anyone here that has repos, anyone here that has bankruptcies, you are wanting to attack the LexisNexis profile. You are wanting to attack Credco. You are wanting to attack Factor Trust, right? You want to make sure that you're sending those letters out. And on the free version, you are able to send those letters out as well. What you are not able to do is generate letters to go to the specific creditors. So to kind of explain the differences, understand that the major credit reporting agencies, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they're the ones generating the numbers and telling you what your credit score is worth. The creditors are like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, right? Those companies, when you have the pro, you get letters that are automatically created each round when you check the box. And I'll show you what that looks like. And it will also generate letters that are going to specifically go out to those creditors. Why? I've heard people say, well, why do we want to do that? The reason that we want to do that is because sometimes the credit reporting agencies will only look into their internal system and nowhere else. They won't try anywhere else. They'll say on this day, on 2022, you owed Fingerhut, okay? Or some of these secondary agencies are owned by the major credit reporting agencies. So even if they're just checking within each other, they're not reaching out to the creditors always. So because of that, that is why the pro was created, to give that additive, I call it bullying, that's necessary to go ahead and make the movements to get you the results that you need. I saw that there was a hand up. Any questions on what I just covered before we move on to the next thing? Let me know. Hey, Santana, welcome. How you doing? Hey. Any questions before I get started, before I move on to the next one, guys?
Yes. Is this under the part ways? Because I just got struck again. I apologize. I went to the site and it said click on training. So that's correct right there, right?
Yep. When you click on training at the very top, it says free download.
Okay, good. I did it.
Yep. And you want to download the guide, it's going to look like this. So for the old school folks that are in here, hold on one
That's
second.
me.
Dispute. So this is what the old guide looks like. So for you guys that may have left and came back, I'm not telling you the old guide doesn't work. So let's talk about what happened. So Dispute Panda listened to a lot of people that were coming on. And originally Dispute Panda was created for people that were in the credit repair organization, CROs. It was created for us. However, we noticed that a lot of people that were coming in were people that were looking to fix their own credit. So because of that, there were questions being asked like, when do I file a CFPB complaint? When do I do a dispute with LexisNexis and Novus, Factor Trust, and so on? So that is why this new matrix was created. Also, a lot of the questions were, do I have to send it certified mail? So what they did was they went back to the kitchen. Okay, they cooked up a new recipe. They followed a flow and said, hey, here's our testers has tested this flow. And if you do not want to do certified mail, if you want to simplify what you're doing, let's go ahead and get started here. And this is how you're able to do it. So for those of y'all that are seasoned like me, a good old vintage purse that's been with Dispute Panda for a while, I still use my red and my blue attack. The only difference is that what I coach everyone to do is to follow the new flow as to when you're sending those letters to those secondary agencies. If it's telling you to send the letters out round 1 through 4, then you're making sure that you're doing that in that sequence and in that order, right? But you don't have to toss away the old flow plan just because this new flow plan is in play. Does that make sense? Any questions, guys? All right. Cool. So that's the training tab. The contact tab. Oh, wait, let me go back to the training. If you guys have questions, concerns, and what we're going to cover today is how to add a client with Dispute Panda and get a free round of attacks. That's what we're going to be going over today. Okay. However, if you have questions, it's not a Monday, Wednesday, or for the pro people, a Thursday. Do not fret. Everything step-by-step training, how the tabs work, the mailing information, literally everything is here to support you. But I want you guys to definitely make sure that the first thing you do is click on this free download, and please save it, guys. If you guys are outsourcing, give this to your outsourcer so that they know exactly how to pivot and move as it pertains to your client's profile, okay? The Contact Us tab gives you the ability to go ahead and have dialogue with, hold on, there we go. I think there's something in the chat. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't want to miss anything here. Question, the address on my driver's license is old. I ordered a new one at the DMV, but it could take a few months. Should I wait to send the disputes until I get a new one? Or with the updated address, I don't have any other picture ID with current addresses. Great questions. When we get into it, I will actually be dropping the supporting documentation that you will need. The answer to that question, guys, is you want to make sure that you're working to get only one name, one address, one date of birth, one social on your credit report. So if a documentation you have is outdated, is old, is no longer being supported, you do not want to leverage the document that has that address on there. You want to use something else. So I will be showing you guys a quick guide, and I will put it in the chat so you can utilize for yourself and for customers as well. So even if you don't have a picture ID, let's be clear, you don't need a picture ID. You just need a proof of identification and you need a proof of address. Those are the only two things that you need. And we're going to go over the list of what those two documents are that are required. Okay. Great question. Great question. All right. In the chat, I'm going to go ahead and drop this tool right here that I utilize. If you guys are having tech problems, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be with Dispute Panda, but if you're having a customer issue, you're having a problem uploading a document or getting credits, or there's a client glitch, you can leverage this platform called Loom. It does a screen record. And then one of the things that I like about it is that it gives you a little link, so you can actually send the link to someone. And then as soon as they watch it, you get alerted that your video has been watched. I tell y'all right now, I create a video, I send it out to my clients. I know that only 73% of my clients actually just went up. Before it was like 52% of my clients actually watched the video, because it sends me back an alert that, hey, your video has been watched. Okay, guys? So definitely leverage this tool so that you guys can utilize. It's free to the 99, which means it costs you no money at all, okay, for you to go ahead and leverage it. If you have general questions, like you want to be a part of the beta test team, you want to be a part of press, like that is an option and opportunity that you guys can leverage. You can go ahead and send this over here. Please remember that the Dispute Panda team is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Raquel is only here Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but the Dispute Panda team is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I like to leverage, again, the Loom platform, because it gives me the ability to say, okay, they watched it. Now I'm gonna give them like 24 to 48 hours to reply back. Why? Stalk you again, because I'm a professional stalker. Okay, it is what it is, y'all. I just own it. I own it. All right. Any questions before I go ahead and sign up for the free platform? Do you guys have any questions, concerns, comments? Hold on 1 second. Any questions, guys? Okay, so if you're using Identity IQ, it's going to cost you $17 every single month that you want to pull letters. Now I'm going to show you why you might want to switch over to Credit Dino, but I'm not going to force you. But I'm going to show you all the bells and whistles that you get into it. But Identity IQ does work, and we're going to talk about how you're going to import that. Sure, what questions do you have, my love?
I'm sorry for asking so much.
No, that's what we're here for.
I used Identity IQ before I found out about you guys. So how would I import that? Because I have my own, like I said, how would I import that into the Dispute Panda one?
So when you say import, are you saying how do you bring your Identity IQ report into the system?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you give me 1 second, we're going to talk about that.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yep, we're going to dive into that. Any other questions?
Sorry.
No, you are fine. Listen, I love it. I appreciate you now. I appreciate you. Any other questions? No questions? Santana, you good over there, friend? Santana said, I'm living the dream. I like it. I like it. Don't you change now. Don't change nothing but your drawers. Nate, you're good. Keisha. Trina, you awfully quiet over there, Trina. You good? Trina's always out here dipping and doing, hey, great. I love when y'all drop stuff in the chat. Okay, come on now. All right, so we're going to get started, and I'm going to talk to you guys about signing up for the platform. I love when y'all say y'all great. Thank you so much for coming in and spending time. Just for the record, y'all, I am entertaining, but I'm only entertaining to a certain point, okay? So y'all want to keep this going, y'all need, y'all will have to engage with a fella, okay? A full-figured fella like myself. Y'all going to have to engage with a sister. But we are going to dive in with signing up with the platform. If you guys have questions and you don't want to come off of the mute, definitely put in the chat. I do have the chat open. My admin is coming. She's coming eventually. So if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and drop it in there. So we're going to talk about the platform. Now, when you're signing up for the platform, the number one thing that I want you to remember is if you're doing this as a business, you can put the business name here. If you are not, it's fine. It's going to default to your first name and last name. Once you change, I'll show you once we get in the system where you would go to change that information. But I want to point out the email information. So if you are using this as the owner, so understand you're setting up the profile. I am the owner. Okay. Rocky Mountain, let's call it Rocky Mo, is the owner of the account. I cannot use this email address if I'm also putting myself into the account. So you have to have two separate emails in order for it to work. So if you do not have another email set up, please go back to the Gmails, okay, and go ahead and set it up for the free 99. All right, y'all. So then you have access to it. The phone numbers can be the same. So if you have one phone number and y'all are doing this on your own, please don't feel bad. You can utilize the same phone number for the user and the owner. It doesn't give you a problem with that. Now, y'all may not know, but I want y'all to tell me I'm a good vintage purse. Okay, I got 4 children, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus all their friends. Okay, so what that means is I like discounts. I like special offers. I like to be in the know. I'm also born in February, January, February. I don't know if y'all old school like me. Remember when I used to play that game? Yep, I don't run my mouth, but I am nosy. Very nosy. Okay, so with that being said, I want to know what's happening. What you about to launch? When is it going to be launched? Do I get first access to it? So for that reason, I do click this box. Completely up to you if you guys choose to click it or not. You do have to click that you do agree with the terms and agreements, of course. Once you have finished that, you are going to dive into the next page where it's going to show you the service agreement. I am not going to read the service agreement today, but I do suggest you to read it. The service agreement is going to tell you how you should do business with Dispute Panda and how Dispute Panda plans on doing business with you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. This black bar is going to come up here. Best practices, y'all. Go ahead and verify your email within 24 to 48 hours. As y'all can tell, I can't verify nothing. Okay, I done made up this email. It ain't going nowhere. It's not. Okay, so we're not going to verify anything, but I will still be able to navigate within the system and go ahead and do what I have to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover the dashboard. We're going to cover all of the items on the side. We're going to cover the settings, and then we're going to load a client in, and we're going to talk about all the documents that you guys need to get started. So hang tight. I promise you're going to hit all these buttons, okay? So number one, on the main screen, this is your dashboard. This is what you're going to get in to as soon as you sign in. The top gives you the access to the clients. You can go ahead and search your clients. You do have to put in at least 3 characters for it to pull something up. I don't have nothing, so it said, oops, you tripping. All right. Now, underneath, you're going to see rounds, missing documents, and birthdays. I want to point out that once you've loaded a client in, this is going to change. It's now going to have the list of all your clientele for you to view, just to kind of shift within. The report information will have your activities for your profile. But what I'd like to talk about is this drip money, okay? So this drip money is going to be here for y'all to what? Dip and do. What that means is if you click this button that says earn free credits, if you guys are in the real estate space, auto space, a teacher that knows that you have other teacher friends that want to come into the credit repair space. If you click this accept button, once the affiliate program goes live, you will be automatically sent your link for people to sign up with Dispute Panda under your specific link. That will allow you to earn credits for you to actually leverage on your own profile. So you can use those credits to mail out. You can use those credits for clients that may not have Credit Dino as a credit monitoring software. And that way you can leverage it to do what you need to do without having such a high overhead. Okay. If you want to upgrade to the pro, you can click this upgrade button and it gives you accessibility to do that. And we're going to cover some of the features that you have accessibility to. But another way that you can get drip money is by clicking this become affiliate. Now, I'm going to say this, no matter which credit monitoring software you're using, if you are going to be a credit repair organization, I want you to create an affiliate link. So for instance, Mr. Wimbler, I think I said that wrong. Charge to my lips, not my heart, big homie. Wimberley. There you go. Like the tennis people then, right? Wimberley match, right? Yeah.
That's Wimbledon. I'm Wimberley.
Look, you can tell I know Serena and Venus. Okay, I read my mouth. I sing all the time. Okay, so But Wimberley leads me to Wimbledon. Right. So let's say he's with Identity IQ. If he is going to be with Identity IQ, the number one thing that you want to do is get an affiliate link. This way, when your clients come in, you are getting paid residual funds from them signing up under your affiliate link. So even if they graduate from the credit repair program, if they go ahead and sign up under your affiliate link, you have the ability to get that drip money, is what I like to call it, as you are just living your best life. Okay. So if you are no matter who you're with, whether you're using Identity IQ, you're using Credit Dino, you want to get your own affiliate link so you can get that drip money. Now, what I will tell you with Credit Dino, one of the perks is you get paid $8 for every client that signs up for credit repair with you. That signs up for the credit monitoring under your link. You get paid $8 every single month that they keep the software. Well, if you're fixing their credit, they need it every single month that you're fixing them, right? Because you can't do blind, or you should not be doing blind disputes, okay? Which means you're not getting an updated credit report and you're still disputing off of that original credit report. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're updating the credit report every 35 to 40 days is what I normally best practice. Per the guidelines of the FCRA, you're supposed to allow 30 days for the dispute. So I look at 5 days for the disputes for the letters to get in, 30 days for processing, and then I allow another 5 days for the letters to get back. Okay. But number one, you get $8. Number two, you get $17 credit, which means the rounds of attacks that you're doing for your clients are completely free. So that means you're up in the game by $25 right out the stat. So if your client pays you $179, you are not paying for the letters at all with the software. So no overhead for the software, and you're not paying for letters. Win-win situation. Okay. So you just fill this out, you'll get the information. You can pull it in your Linktree, your bit.ly, the website, even if you don't really have anything going on, and you can post, hey, have you checked your credit today? Yay or nay. Okay. The client link allows you to see active clients, inactive clients. If you are coming over from another platform, you can go ahead and import the CSV file here. If you are adding a new client to the platform, you can go ahead and do it here. We're going to walk through that shortly. The letter tabs allows you to see any letters that are going out to your client. Again, the guideline is please allow the 72 hours that it will take for the status to update in the software. It does, if you send out the letters on the 12 p.m. PST before, the letters go out same day. If not, it goes out the next business day. All right. The inbox is where your clients, when you are on the pro, they're able to send you information through the Safe Client Access portal. This is something that is with the pro feature. The reports tab, let me get into it, because when I say I love the reports tab, y'all, I think y'all think I'm joking. I love the reports tab. So this is what the reports tab looks like. This is what it looks like on the corporate level. So on the company level, when you click on reports, it tells you how much dollars you've gotten deleted. It tells you what's your total deletion value. It tells you if the scores have gone up or gone down. Y'all that are in this group, y'all know I love when the scores go down, because I get to talk about some things, okay? Like you just added a new collection on your profile, ma'am, sir, ma'am, right? You get to do all of that. So you are able to take this information and you can click this share report link, and it will also give you an ability for you to go ahead and share it as a social media post for you to see and basically show them what you've been able to successfully do. But when you have the pro, not only are you able to do this on the company level, you're able to do this on the client level as well. So you're able to dive in and do that there. All right. The subscription tab is where you can add your merchant service. It just for clarification, you do need an authorized.net account. You also can do onboarding forms. If anyone needs help with merchant service, please let me know. Oh, someone said, thank you for having me. I will sign up for the free version, look it over, and then start paying for the pro thereafter. I love that. Absolutely. Take your time. Try it out. It's a good pair of shoes that you don't have to return because it's free. Okay. So you're able to create onboarding forms. You're able to create payment forms. And what the onboarding forms allow you to do, that instead of you doing the stuff that we're going to do today, it allows the clients, when you switch to the pro, to do that for themselves. Okay. So that's what the subscription tab does. The training tab takes you back to the training portals where you can watch the video, and the contact us tab takes you back to customer service. Now, if you are wanting to get into the settings, you want to click either on the balance tab right here, or you want to click these three buttons and then click settings. It is going to take you into the settings profile where you can go ahead and add your own photo. Please be mindful that if you have the free platform, nobody see that photo. Nobody seeing that photograph. You seeing the photograph. Nobody see it. But if you like me, I put the photo in there when I had the free platform anyway, because I liked my picture. Okay, my headshot was headshotting. Okay, them teeth was teething and that wig was wigging. Okay, your girl was looking blessed. So I definitely put the photo in there. Completely up to you what you guys want to do. Now, once you have switched over from the free platform, and let's say you want to put your business information in there, you can definitely click on the organization tab. It will allow you to put your logo in there. It would allow you to put your website, your privacy policy, your business address, and your contract. If anyone needs a sample contract, please comment me or drop an emoji. I'll go ahead and drop the sample contract in there. Please be mindful that every state has different requirements for your contract, okay? I'm a little bit different. I like to use more aggressive verbiage, so I spell everything out in my contract, okay? This is a sample contract that you guys can edit and you can put in the software. Please be mindful that if you are on the free version, no one has access to this. So you want to use another document or DocuSign form that not only allows them to sign the contract, but also allows you to send it to yourself and store it, as well as send it to your clients. What questions you got, Mr. W? Give me what you got.
Along. I'm following along, but the part where you said you was talking about that screen right there, and do I have to upgrade to Panda? I mean, upgrade to Dispute Panda Pro to see that on the left right there where it says
Nope, you click on either the
okay.
balance or you click on the three dots at the bottom, and it will take you right here to settings.
Okay, well I see subscriptions, training, and contact us.
Do you see this box that says balance and it says 0 on it?
Yeah.
Click the box.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. And you said something about I can look for something that's free or something, you said?
If you click these three dots down by your name, so underneath the balance box, it has the name. So like if you look on my screen, it says Raquel May, and then it has my email. Next to it are three dots. If you click on it, it also takes you to settings.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. And then you can either go profile, organization is the next tab. So when you click on organization, it gives you the option to put your logo in, your contract and stuff in there on that site.
Okay, gotcha. I'm caught up. I'm caught up.
Awesome. No problem. Now, if you have team members like my wonderful niece, if y'all watch me on social media, me and my niece be having fun. Okay. We be in here acting a ruckus. But I don't give her my passwords, okay? Because 95% of us use the same password over and over again, and I'm part of the 95. So what I did was I created she created her own login. So she has her own email access to my platform, and that way I don't have to share my password. She can log in, work the client files, and go on about her business, okay? The affiliate link template allows you to go ahead and put all your affiliate links into one place. So if you want to go ahead and sign up for different credit monitoring sites, you can. If you are on the pro, you can leave all of these on, or y'all can be like me, because I'm very what they call it, I like my favorites, okay? And I just leave Credit Dino. Again, why do I use Credit Dino? Because I get $17 credit every single client every 35 days, and I make $8. It's a no-brainer for me, right? So you can save it. The next tab is the disputing tab. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are a total of 27 different addresses, like 15 to 20 different addresses for the credit reporting agencies. You can choose to send the letter to the same exact address every single month, or you can choose to come in and shift the address, and this will change in the letters that are being sent off. So TransUnion, I normally either use 2,000 or I use 1,000. There is a method where people have been sending the letters to each of the addresses for the credit reporting agency, and if they do not respond, they're leveraging that tactic to go ahead and get resolved, right? That is an option for you to utilize, but this gives you the ability to change the address of the credit reporting agencies that it's going out to on the specific letter. Okay, you do not have to change this address, but if for some reason you wanted to, you have the ability to come in here and do so. The billing tab allows you to go ahead and upgrade to the Pro. It also allows you to go ahead and do bulk purchases if you want to purchase credits in bulk. Why do you want to purchase credits? So if you are not using Credit Dino, you have to pay $17 per round. The minimum amount that the system will allow you to purchase is $20. In order to generate static letters, which are the letters to Lexus, Nexus, and Novus, and so on, you have to have at least $1 in your bucket. Well, Dispute Panda realized that, hey, people were purchasing, but most people were either purchasing $20 or $60. So what they're doing is a subscribe and save. If you choose to subscribe, you can go ahead and sign up, and if you sign up for $20 every single month for you to be billed, you'll get $30. If you sign up for $60 a month, you get paid $90. Okay. Please bear in mind, the only person's credit card that should be on the platform is yours. So if you're helping your cousin, the church and them, your cousin, a whole NBA squad, they need to go ahead and give you the money, and you use your card to go ahead and pay for the subscribe and save package. You can only have one subscribe and save package, okay, guys? After you've used that subscribe and save money, you'd have to come in here and do a bulk purchase. The bulk purchase does not give you any additive. So even if you're on the subscribe and save, if you purchase 400, you don't get the 400 plus 50%. No, you just get the $400, okay? The invoice tab is where you can see your invoices. If you are in Pro, you'll be able to see that information as well as any statements. The activity tab allows you to see any attacks, which is also known as rounds that are going out for your client. If you have the system mail out the letters for you, you are able to see it here, and any attack credits will be notated on file as well. Please be mindful that if you have a husband and wife, the husband has to be on Credit Dino for them to get the attack credit, as well as the wife. If the husband's on Credit Dino, but the wife is on Identity IQ, then unfortunately, only one person is getting the attack credit every 35 days. Okay, so just want to point that out, but you can track this information here. The integration tool allows you to integrate multiple softwares with this particular software by using a program called Zapier. Zapier they do offer you, I think, 3 zaps for free. And what that is that you tell one system that, I'm going to give you an example. So let's say a client comes in from Facebook and they get into my calendar. Well, my calendar has a notification that whenever a new lead comes in, that new lead is supposed to be brought into Dispute Panda. So I don't have to work and have my VAs or me having to come in to take them from lead to then put them in here. It literally does it for me. So I just wanted to go ahead and point that out. And of course, the referral tab gives you referrals. Any questions? Thank you, Santana. I appreciate your message. Any questions, my love? For anyone? I want to make sure. Any questions? I only see one private message. Aisha, you good? Tracy, you're good. Keisha, how are you doing? Let me know if you guys have any questions.
I'm here.
Awesome. All right, it looks like. Thank you, Santana, for being my mod today, because you know my niece decided to leave me high and dry, hunty. So did. She said, I'm on break. Yes, this is so informative, and you're doing. Oh, thank you so much, Aisha. My job is to get y'all the gym so you could be a beast in these credit streets. All right, so if there's no questions, let me minimize.
Excuse me.
Oh, sure.
Sorry to
What
interrupt
question, my
you.
love?
So sorry again. Apologize again.
First of all, you better not apologize no more.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
This what you here for? What you need, my love? I'm here.
Okay. Now, I did send out some letters already before when I was reading his book, brother, and I did LexisNexis and how you say Envious or something like that.
Innovative.
ARS. Yeah, that word. ARS. That's another one. Credit code, I think that's what it is. But he said in his book, I think it says like more than 8. But I saw on there, I saw something else on somewhere in there in that profile, something on that free downloads, a whole bunch more. Huh? I didn't know it.
What book are you reading, my love? That's what Trina wants to know.
I'll show you. Hold on.
I love me some Trina. Trina, like, what you talking about?
Let me flip it so you can see it. Let's see here. How you do? I'm old school when it comes to this kind of stuff. Let me see.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
The name of it is called Credit Repair Cheat Code, the step-by-step playbook by Dave L. Cousin Jr. and Michael L. Drake Sr. That sound familiar?
So let me clarify. David is partnered with Dispute Panda, as in he promotes and he uses the software. The owner of the platform is Dominique Brown. So what was your question with what you read in the book?
Oh no, I saw where to freeze your consumer report. I saw where he said something about it's more than 8. You got to freeze. I think.
That is one method that you can leverage. I personally no longer freeze unless I'm specifically dealing with bankruptcy. What I would recommend is, I know that Dave has a group. Trina asked if you can hold the book in front of the camera because she wasn't able to see the book.
Sure.
So if you can hold the book in front of the camera so Trina Bean can see it, it'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, there we go. Credit Repair Secrets, and it's by Dave Cousins, Trina.
And the two Navy brothers on the back of the book.
Yeah, David and Michael, they are amazing. I had the pleasure of meeting them and loving up on them. They were amazing. The book is a great book. What I'm going to tell you is, if you're following the steps in the book, follow the steps in the book. Track what you're doing. I personally no longer do freezes unless I'm dealing with specific bankruptcy. So for you, since you did state that you had a bankruptcy question, I would say to go back to that page and look at it. For the people that are in the mentorship, if you go into the bonus section, it does give you a list of the consumer reporting agencies so that you have the ability to see which ones house the information that he's talking about. So that's outside of the system. So to answer your question, yes, you can freeze if you are choosing that method. And since you have bankruptcy, I would recommend you do a freeze on your profile. That is the method that I use.
Okay, so then after you freeze it, right? Because I got the topic, but your subject, but I got letters back already from LexisNexis and Credo. I haven't got the other one back yet. So yeah, that.
Has it been more than 30 days?
I just got them two back last week. And
how long has it been since you sent the request off?
Oh, within the last 14 days. I haven't got the others back.
So just give it a little bit more time. You'll probably get the other ones that are coming in. So just for best practices, if you are going to utilize Dispute Panda for your disputing system, what I want to be clear of is you want to wait until after you've gotten all those letters back before you do your first round in the system.
Okay. Well, okay, I'll wait till the I got some more questions. I'll wait till the end. I want to know.
What other questions do you have, Mother?
Oh, I was gonna wait till the end. I don't want to interrupt your program. Your Zoom program.
All right, no problem. So I will go ahead and get started. So the question that was in the room earlier was about documentation. So I'm going to drop. Yes, you need. Katrina says yes, you need a one-on-one. Drop the link for one-on-one in a second, Trina. I promise. Listen,
that is true.
I'm finna send you the link, boo. Hold on, let me drop my one-on-one here. so I can answer this. I'm dropping a link. I promise. Okay, boom. So I just dropped the proof of identification form that I would like you guys to take a look at. So for Mr. Al, who was in here, I think he's still in here. Please tell me he's still in here. If he is not, hopefully he can catch the replay. So if you are looking and you are needing documentation, if your client does not have an active driver's license, I want to point out what I mean by active. An active driver's license means it is the current address of where they are living right now. If it is not, we are moving on to another piece of information. We're not going to sit here and send out a driver's license that says he lives at 1414 Market Burn Lane, but right now he lives at Pillsbury Road. We're not doing that. So what you can do is use a social security card. If you are using the social security card as a proof of identification, you do not need to put it in the other section. And I will show you once you get into the platform what I mean. When it comes to the proof of address, I'm going to highlight best practices. If you are going to use the residential billing, I'm going to say this again. If you're going to use the residential bills, gas bill, cable bill, water bill, anything for the residents, best practice is to update that bill every 60 to 90 days, because I'm telling you that the credit reporting agencies will love to have a reason to stall out. And trust me, the date being wrong on that bill will be a reason to stall out. So we don't want to give them that information, right? If you're using a mortgage statement, a bank statement, all you need to do is crop and save, and I will show you guys how to do that. But these are the documentation that you are physically going to need. If you guys are not able to download it or save it on your laptop because you guys are on your phones, this is in the video how to add a client to Dispute Panda credit repair software and get a free round of attack. I literally screen grabbed it because I broke my last computer. My bad. So I had to get it, and this is where I screen grabbed it from. Okay, I did drop it in the chat so you guys can have it. So now we're going to add a new client, and we're going to do Robin. Now, so as you guys can look, there's certain things that are that have a red star on it. The red star means I cannot move forward without getting this information. The red star means I cannot move forward without getting this information. Anything else is optional. They do not need to use their middle name. They do not need to use their suffix. All that they need to do is put their first name and last name. If you have, like me, I have households. I got daddy, mommy, brothers, sisters, cousins, the whole nine, right? If it is George the 3rd, the 5th, the 6th, and they use it on their identification, I will plug it in the system. If they do not, I leave it as is, okay? Email address. Mo at bagmail.com. All right, so we're going to put the same phone number in because it's not going to create a problem. Last four of social. Again, as you guys are plugging in the information, if there's a street, a unit, a floor, put it in here, okay? You are going to put everything on this individual line. You do not want it to have any problems because everything that you're putting on here is getting transposed in the letters that are going out for your client, okay? Boom. If you have the pro, you would select this button. It will send your client a Save Access portal login so that they can go ahead and upload their identification that you've already told them that you needed. It will upload any of the documentation that you physically need to go ahead and get started, okay? You're going to hit save. Oh, it says one at a last. Oh, I didn't put the last name in. See, I done ran through it, y'all. Here we go. So as you can see, the system did not allow you to move because I did something wrong. It's going to tell you you have to get this done before we can move on to the next segment, okay? Now we are in the identification part. Please note that you cannot move forward or do anything extra. If you look at the top, the profile is taking you to their information, which you just added in. The document tab is where you have to put your information into the platform. You will not be able to go to disputes, attacks, or anything until you have uploaded these pieces of information. So the identification, I'm going to use their driver's license. If your client has given you the ID on this big old piece of white paper, you're able to crop it down. The goal is to get the identifying documentation or the supporting documentation within 1 to 2 pieces of paper, because remember, that's going to cost us money. Okay. So the goal is to make sure that we're minimizing cost in as much as possible when it comes to our overhead, but we are getting results for our clients. So you're going to go ahead and crop that. Now, when we get to the bill, we're having a supported bill. Number one, if the bill has pass-through information on it, please make sure that you're cropping and saving. I have seen so many people not crop and save when it comes to the billing information for the client. We already trying to tell them that they not a bad steward over their money, but you gonna go ahead and send this bill. You're gonna crop it all the way down to here, and you're gonna save just the pieces of information that is required, the date that's in the system and the address. Everything else you don't need. Okay. In this particular case, I am going to put the social security card because I got it. Now that I've gotten this part completely done, the next thing that I'm going to do is the credit report. Now, if you are using Identity IQ, My Score IQ, you are going to want to go to their site. There's going to be a button that says download credit report, and then you would come here and upload the credit report under the upload file. If you are utilizing Smart Credit, you are going to go to the I'm going to tell y'all again, go to the training tab. You're going to scroll all the way down to this video here that says import Smart Credit. Right around, I think it's like the 3 to 4 minute mark. Don't quote me on that, but it does show you exactly the code that you need in order to pull the HTML file from Smart Credit, and you would literally upload this HTML file here. Okay, so we give you the video on how to do that. So Identity IQ, My Score IQ, you're downloading the report onto your computer and you're uploading it here. If you are doing Smart Credit, you're doing the HTML. Now, for y'all that are doing it with me, with Credit Dyno, no matter what credit monitoring you have, this is a warehouse, so you can go ahead and save their information in here so that every 35 days you can go into that credit monitoring site, update the credit report, and come back. So understand, if you're using Identity IQ, My Score IQ, or Smart Credit, you're going to have to log into that system every 35 days, bring that information over here. If you are using Credit Dyno, however, you do not have to do that here. So with Credit Dyno, you get to go ahead and plug your client's information into the platform. Hang on a second. Trying to put my test client in here. And then there's this button that says click on one-click import. So every 35 days, guys, all you're doing is coming in here and clicking the one-click import, and it's pulling the actual credit report. But y'all will see, I'm going to process it. And remember I told you it cost $17? I ain't going to pay that. I'm not gonna pay that as long as this client has their account. Okay, cool. So with the one-click import, it tells you 1 free attack awarded per client per month every time there is a €3 pull. So I am now going to see over here on the side, it's going to say 1 free credit report right over here. So now at the top, it says disputing. So now I can tell the system what it needs to dispute. Automatically, the system is going to pull any accounts that is creating a negative approach for my client. So if it is taking away points, if it's dimming their light, it has automatically selected the accounts. What it will never select is the inquiries. So you, as the actual credit reporting processor, right, will have to go into the system and select the accounts yourself. If you are doing it, you can scroll. I'm not a scroller, y'all. So if you guys are using a window-based computer, you're going to do Control F as in Foxtrot. If you are using a Mac computer, you're going to use Command F. It is going to open up your search bar, and you are able to go ahead and copy the creditor's information that is here under inquiry. You can plug it over here and then hit search. What you are doing is trying to make sure that there's not an open and active credit card or credit line for your client. That is the number one thing that you're trying to do. The reason that you're trying to do that is because if you go ahead and dispute an inquiry, you run the risk of your client's credit line or credit card being closed. Now, the exception to that rule is if it's a mortgage, if it's an auto loan, by all means, go ahead and run it. Run it, okay? And do what you got to do. It's not a problem to dispute the inquiries because they're not coming back to get the house. They're not coming back to get the car, but they will shut down the credit line. And I take my credit repair process seriously. My job is to do no harm, okay? So with that being said, you have to go through and select and review each one of these that are here. If you are not aware of their abbreviation, like this is Citi Card, if you are not aware of Citi, if you're not aware of US Bank, if you're not aware of Target, go ahead and at least skim it to take a look. One of the questions that I always like to ask my clients when I'm having consultation is what relationships have you burned bridges with? Which banks do you owe money off the top that you already know? Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, like who do you already know that you had a card with them, you did them wrong, and now you can't go back to them, right? Just for a record, Amex will not let you come back unless you pay what you owe. So you want to make sure you're having those conversations and those dialogues with your client, okay? So once you have finished doing all the search, so like in this particular case, the client doesn't have any Citi, I will check the box. Public records are bankruptcies, judgments, any liens that's showing up on your client's report. It will show down here. You can go ahead and the system will automatically select it. If your client says, I don't want to dispute it, you can uncheck anything that has previously been selected. Okay. With that being said, I want to point out this yellow mark. So this is what the credit report looks like when you are using Credit Dyno. It does look a little bit different when you are using the other credit reporting softwares. So I am going to take you through what the nuances are that comes with the Credit Dyno. So just hang tight, okay? So this yellow box is because originally when Credit Dyno was created, when Dispute Panda was created, it did not have late payment verbiage within the actual letters that it was curating. It did have a goodwill letter that says, hey, this is my situation, blah, 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 but it did not have a late payment verbiage. The only attack that it had was, this is incorrect, this is out of date, you need to remove it, delete it all the way. Now we have late payment verbiage that says, hey guys, I know that I've been late. Can you please give, they're using verbiage that says, hey, I know this was late, or can you please give me this funding back, give me this late payment back? Like it's giving the verbiage to not delete the account, but to update and remove the actual late payment that's on there. Now, one of the things that I love about Credit Dyno is when you click this little eye, sorry, y'all. I worked out today, my back is backing, okay? When you click this little eye, it will open up the account and it will give you the account summary. It tells you what type of account it is, and Credit Dyno gives you the full 7-year report for your client. So the other credit monitoring software only gives you the last 24 months of what activity has happened on your profile. That's good, but that's not great if your client has something like it says derogatory, and they're like, how is it derogatory when I've been paying on time for the last 2 years? That's true, but 3 years ago, you were late, right? You're not going to know that until you actually get the physical report back. However, with Credit Dyno, you're able to see the full payment history that is being provided to that particular credit reporting agency. So for TransUnion, it's saying it's been reporting up until 2020, up until today. 100% on-time payment. Experian, however, only has 96% on-time payment, and Equifax has 100%. Now, Experian is reporting all the way back to 2017. They were late in 2019. So because Experian is getting that age, Experian has those late payments coded, you can now go into the Experian and check the box, and it will only generate verbiage for late payment. It's not going to generate verbiage that is going to say you have to remove this account on all the sequence. It's going to ask for it to be updated, right? So that's one. Now I want to take you through just a quick synopsis. Oh, any questions on that before I take you through a quick, short consultation? I'm only going to cover the top 2 portions. Any questions, guys, before I dive in? Let me make sure. Okay. So one of the things I love about Credit Dino is that it's giving you an analysis report, not just on the summary of what type of account it is, but it's giving you the information that you need to tell your clients where they're creating the gap in their scores. So number one, their credit payment history is worth 35%, which roughly equates to 192.5 points. Okay. So your person paying on time for every single account that's showing up is going to give them 192.5 points right out the gate. That's the max that they can get. So if they're on time every single month, they're getting that 192.5. Now, the next heaviest weighted portion of the credit scoring is your utilization. Your utilization is 30% of your score, which roughly equates to 165 points. So if your client is trying to get in the 700 clubs, their utilization needs to be under 20%. If their goal is to get into the 800 club, their utilization goal is to get under 10%. If you have a client that's at 97%, they're using too much. The conversation you need to have is, I need you to pay your balance down as low as possible 2 to 3 days before your statement is about to close. Okay, that's the conversation you're going to have with them. So as you're going through, there are 5 key components that your client has to make sure that they're meeting in order to get to that 850, that 900 credit score. If they're not hitting all 5, they're leaving points on the table. And now we got to go back to the drawing board. Okay, because all the letters are right in the land. If you are still late, I'm not going to be able to work with you. I personally have a policy that if you have new collections that gets added onto my profile, I will completely kick you out of my program after 3 times that has happened. I give you guys 3 chances and then you're out. I do the same thing when it comes to missed payments. If you miss 3 payments, and when I say 3 payments, like if you're late 3 times, I'm going to kick you out the program. I will put you in my budgeting program so that you can go ahead and get back on track before you come back to the program, right? So it's all in how we're processing everything. So this is one of the benefits that I like. So once I'm done with that, you tell the system to save. Once it saves, it now goes into the attack mode. That is when you pull out your guide. Your guide is going to tell you what letters you're going to select. It's going to tell you the aggression of the letter. When it says attack variation, it's telling you the aggression of the letters. And then it's telling you that you have to do it in handwritten or non-handwritten. Again, this is just to add a little pizzazz when you're going through the process, okay? It's telling you how often you're sending the letters out. And then, of course, when are you sending it to the secondary credit reporting agencies? So the first letter, if you're using the new sequence, is Punch of Fury, Supreme Boosted. If you have the Pro, you're going to send it to the creditors. It's going to go out in handwritten. It does not have to be printed in color. It does say to do it on single-sided. And you're going to come here. You're going to hit Start Round. You're going to hit Punch of Fury. You're going to check the box that says handwritten. If you have Pro, you're going to check the box that says creditor letters. It will automatically generate both letters together. You're going to select Supreme Boosted. You're going to hit Start. You're going to type Confirm. Bob's your uncle and Nikki is your cousin. And the letters are going to be generated for you, okay? Once that is completed, you can tell the system to mail the letters out for you, or you can download it and mail it yourself. Please note that if you do not tell the system to mail it out, the system is automatically assuming that you are downloading the letters and mailing the letters out yourself. Any questions?
Yes, you went kind of fast for me. I was trying to figure out where you was going fast. I saw I got stuck on the upload, then you went here quick. I'm like, good God.
I'm sorry about that. Tell me where you got lost, my love. I'll go back.
Yeah, please go. I'm sorry. Yes, go back to the part where you said the download this and all that stuff. Because I'm still on that. I was on the part where it said letters, and then I didn't see. I'm looking at mail status and Panda mail guidelines. You talking about that with the client's name and all that in there? You talking about? Because I'm going to be my own client.
So I've already loaded the client in the system, so I want to make sure that we're on the same page. We've
And
already
where,
gone through where I have loaded the client in the system. We've
under
already,
what tab?
I'm sorry?
What tab under is it clients first? Click on clients.
So you're wanting me to go back to where we started loading the actual client in the
No,
system?
I got that part. No,
Okay.
I got this part right here. But right
Okay.
after that, because you went fast.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Where did I lose you? Because you're asking about the tax. So let me go back. After you have uploaded the documentation for your client and you've
What,
imported the actual credit report, you're going
what,
to go to the disputing tab. So you were there with me with the disputing tab, correct?
no, because I went to the part where I saw clients letters. I didn't see that part where it said I didn't see that in there. But I got to download Identity IQ, correct? First, right?
Right. You're not going to be able to see the disputes unless you have put the identity IQ in that field where I showed you where it says upload file.
Okay, because I went to because I'm doing everything as you speak.
Bye,
But,
Santana. Have a good night.
because I'm doing everything as you speak. So you said download this report, and then you go to Dispute Panda.
Right. And you're going to go to the documents tab. So just to make
Okay.
sure that I'm clear, you've already uploaded your supporting documentation. Is that correct?
Nah, yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow.
Okay. So you won't be able to do any of what I'm talking about right now because you don't have that documentation in there. Does that
Okay,
make sense?
okay, got you.
So what I
Got you.
would
Okay.
suggest in this moment is to just watch the walkthrough and then
Oh,
you
okay.
can watch the replay because you won't be able to get to the disputing tab until you have the IDs in flow because it won't open up. So the way the system works is all of these areas have to be checked in order for it to move to the next sequence.
Okay, that's
Does
awesome.
that make sense?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So once you have the identification uploaded, so tonight you can go ahead and put in the credit report, but it's not going to open up to the dispute tab because you don't have these required fields filled out.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Now, once you get to the dispute tab, you want to make sure that you're selecting any inquiries that are not attached to an open and active credit card or credit line.
I do have two open. That's the truth.
That's fine, but whatever is on here in inquiries that's not attached to an open account, you're going to dispute.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to check the box. Then you're going to hit save filter, and then it's going to take you to the attack sequence. Once you get to the attack sequence, you're going to hit start new round, and you're going to pick the flow. So I dropped the old flow in the chat, or you can pick the new flow. If you're picking the new flow, you're going to select the letter sequence that is here. So the first thing is the letter type. So when you go here to attack, here are the letter types. And then once you select the letter type, the first round, you're always going to do handwritten. And then you're going to select the letter variance is what they call it. So you're going to select, is it going to be Supreme Boosted, Regular, Supreme, or Premium? That is going to be the next option that you would select.
Okay.
Okay. Once you've done that, you'll hit start round and you'll be able to get it done. So if you do not have your identifications in the system, even if you put the credit report, it's not going to allow anything to happen tonight.
Okay. I'll be dropping down first thing tomorrow. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wonderful. No problem, my love. Then, so we've actually completed the first round. So when you are done with that, you would come back in and do the static letters. You're going to scroll down. Sorry, you're going to scroll down on the side here. You're going to hit handwritten because again, the first round is handwritten, and you're going to select Factor Trust, Microtel, Data X, Clarity, Credco, ARS, LCI, Innovis, LexisNexis, and as long as you have at least $1 in the account, it will generate the letter for you. Since I have no money in the account, the system is only going to generate the letters that are going to go to the 3 major credit reporting agencies. And if I want the system to mail it out, this is how much I would have to load for the system to mail the letters out for me.
This is awesome. I can't wait to get started tomorrow.
Awesome. Awesome. So you have completed. Now, if you want to see the history, which is what you've downloaded, the changes in the credit score, the credit report, you're able to do that here. The invoicing information is any invoices that you have for the client. And if you have a note, so for instance, if I'm doing a bankruptcy file, I do pull a letter from I do check Pacer. I also send a letter to the bankruptcy court. And for those that may not know, if you have questions that, if you want to send something to the bankruptcy court, that document is in here. If you have a goodwill letter, that document is in here. If you're doing a settlement, and you want to do a pay per delete before you go and make that payment, if that company is not willing to give you a pay per delete email, you can come into the system and you can create a pay per delete letter for that particular creditor. You just plug the information in, you send it to them, or you send it with your supporting documentation, and you're good to go. So there's a host of things that are in the software. One second. That it can walk you through within the system itself. So we have signed up for the account, loaded our client in, send out our first round of letters. What questions do you guys have now that we've completed that? What questions do you guys have? No questions? Oh, is my mic on? Okay, my mic's on. Sorry, y'all. My mic sounds nice. Check one. Any questions, guys?
I agree, Miss Johnson. Now you said something about now. Again, everybody, I do apologize cutting you up, Miss David, but
No, you are fine.
You said something about a free will letter or something at the beginning. Where do I go to get that from on Dispute Panda, Miss David?
Are you talking about the goodwill letter? I
Yeah.
just showed it to you. Give me 1 second. Let me get back in here. Give me 1 second.
This is awesome. I mean, from sisters and brothers of brown skin, this is beautiful. I love this.
I forgot to take off. You explain it. Thank you so much. Aisha just came in to watch the replay. Need to watch replay. The replay will be on the YouTube channel, so you can definitely watch the replay and all the other replays from before. I promise for you guys to get in. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna temporarily go into my pro account, my test pro account, so you guys can see. Because I done messed up and messed up the screen. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. All right, cool. So for your question, when you were asking how am I able to generate that letter, the goodwill letter is under static attack. So right here it says goodwill. So if you're having a late payment issue and you're wanting to get that account forgiven, you can create an additional letter, which is a goodwill letter that will go directly to that specific creditor. So if you guys are on the free platform, you would generate the letters and it will go to the credit reporting agencies. And then you can come back in and let's say you have a late payment with Capital One, you can come into the static letters, click on this option, and you can create a goodwill letter. So hold on, let me show you guys.
Yeah, please show me.
Give me 1 second, because I see that there's comment in the chat. Shoot. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So if you're doing a static letter, so for instance, I have money in my bucket right now. I have $142.01. So if I want to send this letter to Factor Trust or a Goodwill letter, I can come in here and any static letters I want would automatically be generated for me. So see, because I have money in my bucket and it didn't take anything out. So if you're wanting to create a Goodwill letter, you would come here, but you would need to have the creditor's information. So you have to have their address, all of that stuff, so that you can then have the system print the letter for you.
And you said, again, Ms. Davis, you said that I had to download my report first to see this screen here.
Correct. It's not going to allow you to go anywhere unless you've
Okay,
downloaded
gotcha.
your report and your
Yeah.
supporting identifications are there. All right,
Okay,
Aisha,
gotcha.
you can have a safe night, my love. Thanks for coming in. All right. Did you have any other questions for me, my love?
No, ma'am.
All righty. So yeah, the system will allow you to do it. But if you have letters like you need to do a goodwill, you need to do a cease and desist, a bankruptcy court letter, a demand letter, a failure to respond letter, you can go ahead and plug the information in here. Okay. But this, we've literally done a complete walkthrough. We've done it from start to finish. We've loaded a client in, completed their round of disputes. And I'm just showing you guys how the static letter works. As you can see, I printed a static letter just right now, and it's generated here. Today's the date. I can mail it out, and it costs no money because I still have the $142.01 left in my bag. So you do need to have money in your account in order for the static letters to print, but it does not cost you anything at all, no matter what platform you're utilizing. All right. Any questions, concerns, or comments before I let you amazing people go?
I do. It may be a little off. Well, this should be on topic, but if you've paid somebody to do this and you found this hack now, how long should I wait before trying to do it on my own?
35 days from the last day the last round was sent out.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, yes. I love it. She said, how do I do this myself? Child, just find out when they said their last round of letter. Count 35 days and then you get started.
And do the goodwill letters, like for late pays, do they actually work, or is it kind of hit or miss?
Everything is subjective. I like to be honest. I personally do it a little different. I do a goodwill letter and I email the CEO. So my rate right now is about 75% that I get movement. Everything is actually, it's a tactic. You're using the law, and unless it's a situation where you can prove, one of the things that I do is I ask for the payment history, because especially with Capital One, a lot of times they report the history wrong, because they report that you're late 1 month, but you're not late that month on your payment history. So I've even leveraged that with the goodwill letter and sent it off to the credit reporting agency. So there are different methods that you can leverage to utilize the goodwill letter. I did teach one of my mentees to use the goodwill letter and email the CEO, and they did it with 4 of their clients, and 2 of them, they got it done the first round when they did it. So it just depends on who gets the information, because a lot of times the creditors will be like, it's valid, prove it.
Gotcha. And the last question is, I heard you say that you do it. Do you have, are you taking on no clients to do credit repair, or are you only mentoring people to do it
I do
themselves?
both. I have my own company, and I actually have a coaching group that I coach people to help them within the process. So I'll drop my mentorship link, but I also do still have an active credit repair company.
Okay, perfect. You drop that one too?
Yep, I dropped the link. Oh, you want my credit repair company? Is that what you're... Oh,
yes.
My bad. Hold on, friend. Hold on, friend. Dropped it in the chat. There we go.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my love. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Oh yes. To add money to that you said start off with $1 or something. Of course, we got to do that ourselves. Now I'm answer my own question.
The minimum is $20. You can have no less than $1 for the static letters, but the minimum is $20. And if you guys are going to only load $20, I would recommend that you sign up for the subscribe and save for you to do that, because you get 50% more on the back end. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. Let me know.
I'll wait till
Oh, this is the end. I'm finna let y'all go. This ain't a Marvel movie, I promise you. Hold I'm finna let y'all go if y'all don't have any questions. My job is to make sure that you guys, if you have any questions, I'll stay here to answer as much as possible. So what you got for me?
Let's see. Like, that's a good question. Like the lady said, to do it ourselves, so we can do our own credit repair on this site. Dispute
That's what
Panda.
you just did. That's what I just walked you through. So yeah, you can do it for yourself, your family, your friends, completely up to you.
Oh, good, good, good. Cause I'm starting on this tomorrow.
That's good.
Okay. I don't think I have any other questions.
Nothing else? All right. So I'm gonna let you guys go be great. I want to say thank you guys so much for coming. For those of you guys that are in the pro, I will see you guys tomorrow. Please come with your system questions. I'm so happy to be working with you guys. I do keep the room open as long as you guys have questions. So come on in, let's dip and do. Treen Bean says she ain't got no questions. I appreciate you, Treen Bean. And your package went out for your participation. So
I did not say I did not have a question. I say no.
oh, my bad.
Don't go.
I'm going to open a workroom. So I will be putting a workroom in the Dispute Panda community. And of course, you will get access to the workroom. So anyone that's on my Facebook, there will be a workroom. It will not be Saturday. It will be Sunday. I will be working. Saturday, I'm going to be working on the TV show that's in curation. And on Monday, I'll be working on the TV show as well. But Sunday, I'm working credit clients. So I will have an open workroom. I will put it on my Facebook and on my Instagram. So if anyone wants to come in and ask any credit questions for the free 99, because please note that if you book a one-on-one with me, it does cost, okay? But if you guys want to come in, I do drop random Zoom links for even my non-mentees to be able to come in and ask questions, so you guys can be a beast in these credit streets. So Trina, great job on your logo change. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For everyone else who's been in the room, thank you so much for gifting me your time. And I hope you guys have an amazing remainder of your week.